Hello, welcome to the Online Payroll Overview. Our product features payroll and tax management in one solution, ACA reporting, employee information updates, earning and deduction management, as well as check and stub processing. So why is this the best solution for your business? Well, our software was built for companies of all sizes. It's secure and auditable, with built-in tax and ACA compliance, paperless delivery of check and stubs, as well as reporting. Let's start by looking at the dashboard. The dashboard allows users to see key information about their business at a glance. When users first log into the software, they're taken to the dashboard. If there are multiple companies or locations that payroll is processed for, you can access those here as well. On the left of the screen, there are several menus containing company, employee, payroll, and reporting information. We'll look at each of these individually as the demo continues. On the dashboard itself, there are several tiles. The Payroll Today tile will tell you all about current payroll information, status, as well as where in the process that payroll is. There's also an agenda section where you are able to enter in key tasks that you have to complete or that must be done. Adding an agenda task is simple. Click on the agenda tile from the dashboard. This will show you your calendar. You can choose to show business hours or full day. Click on the plus sign to enter the task. We're going to add a payroll review task, so we will update our title. And now we'll need to update our start and end date and time so that it shows on the calendar when we want it to. We can also tell the system to repeat this task. I'm going to repeat it every week on Mondays. I'll go ahead and save this. And now every Monday, I will have a reminder and a task that tells me that I need to review my payroll information. Back on the dashboard, we have a couple of other tiles that we can look at. The Published Reports tile is latest reports from our payroll processing. So this will give me specific information about my payrolls that I want to review. There is also an analysis section with some graphical representation of some key payroll data. Now let's review the company menu. The company menu offers a view of basic company information to the user for payroll purposes. From the dashboard, click on the company menu and you'll be taken to the company basic screen. The basic screen displays all of the basic address and payroll bank account information for this company. There are several menus here. Organizational levels contains information about different departments or cost centers for this company. This will all be set up for you. The ED code section shows you all of your earning and deduction codes that are available for this particular company. You can see some basic information as well as any default or override information that may be necessary for each code. The last menu here is the state menu. This is where you'll see any states that you do business in, as well as any local tax information that may be necessary for employees in those states. The employee menu is the menu where you will update and add any employee information into the payroll software. To get to the employee menu from the dashboard, simply click on the Employees button. This will take you to a section where you can see all of the employees listed in a table. This page also shows you the employee information that you have currently highlighted in a preview format so that you can see some basic info about that employee. To edit an employee, double-click on their name. Employee maintenance is broken up into several different menus. On the personal menu, update the employee's personal information, address, and hire status. The labor defaults menu allows you to address the employee's union and cost center. The ACA tab allows you to monitor and maintain the employee's ACA compliance. In the Pay section, you can manage and monitor the employee's pay information, pay rate, as well as FLSA status. The federal, state, and local menus allow you to monitor the employee's tax information for those sections. We've added a child support and a direct deposit tab so you can manage those independently, as well as a time off accrual section to allow for time off accrual balances. The employee portal menu allows you to manage what information the employee has access to when they log into the employee portal. Our software is fully auditable. Click on the Audit button to be taken into the auditing screens. The audit screen will open based on the menu you're currently in. You can see all of the updates or additions in the table. You can select additional menus if you would like. You can also export the information into an Excel document so you can track audit information easier. Next, let's add an employee. From anywhere within the employee menu, click on the plus button. You'll be able to choose from basic or advanced, and then enter the Social Security number. The software will make sure that the Social Security number is unique, and then you'll be able to enter in the employee information. Now on the Basics tab, you'll be able to enter in all of the necessary information for this employee. The employee's name, address, birth date, status, and pay information all happen here. Once the basic information is filled out, you can either save or move on to additional menus if there's additional information that must be entered. In our example, we're going to update ACA information and then add a direct deposit. The direct deposit can be added simply by going to the direct deposit menu, clicking Add, and then entering in the direct deposit information. Once entered in, go to the Scheduled EDs tab and ensure that the direct deposit deduction code is added to the employee. A quick check of the time off accrual tab to ensure that time off accrual information is there, and then we'll save the employee. Once the employee is saved, he's added to our current employee roster. This employee will now show up in payrolls, and we'll be able to see him in the employee listings for all reports. The payroll software also has the ability to create net to gross checks on the fly. Click on the calculator button on the employee menu, find the employee, and then select the net to gross option. Enter the amount that you would like the net check to come to. Under options, choose whether this will be a manual check or if you want it to be something that prints with the payroll. If it's a manual check, enter in the check number and then click on the Calculate button. Once calculated, you'll be able to see the net check calculation. Click on Send to Payroll to make sure that this check is included with the next payroll. Now that we've managed our employees and added an employee, let's process a payroll. We're going to go to the Payroll menu in order to do this. From anywhere in the software, click on the Payrolls menu to be taken into the payroll screen. Once here, find the payroll that you are processing and click on the plus sign to start. Once in the Check Batch Settings screen, you can select some specific parameters about this payroll. The Check Batch screen will allow you to choose particular employees that you want to process a payroll for, salary or hourly. You can select specific employees using the employee filter templates, or you can select a specific check template. We're going to go ahead and just create checks. And this is going to create our actual check entry area. Now the check entry area is where we're going to enter in all of the hours and amounts that we need for this particular payroll. You can see I already have my check area set up with various earning and deduction codes. If I need to add a code, I can certainly add that here as well by clicking on the menu button in the lower right-hand corner, and then selecting the code and adding it to the list on the right-hand side. Back on the check entry screen, I can start entering hours or amounts for each of the employees. I can do this using my keyboard and my arrow keys or enter key. Just type in the amount and hit enter to move down to the next line. I can also use my arrow keys to move up and down or across on this screen. The Summary Details screen allows me to be able to enter payroll information in much more detail for each person in my payroll batch. On the Summary Details screen, I can see a listing of each of the employees that are in my payroll batch. I can expand the employee to see each check line that is listed, update information for the check line, and override any of the information for that particular check line that may be needed. The employee may require very specific information to be updated on a particular check. To do that, I'm going to use the Detail menu. The Detail menu allows me to see each individual check line within the check, as well as all the very specific information about that check line. I can also update manual tax information. I can override federal, state, or local taxes, or I can update particular options on this one check for the employee. All of this is available to me from the Detail menu. Another option that you have is to import time clock data from your web punch system. Simply go to the time clock import and upload the time clock file. Once you import it, it will pull in all of the hours in the time clock file for your employees. Once all of your payroll information is in, we're going to pre-process the payroll. Go to the total screen and click on Calculate to pre-process. Pre-processing allows you to see all of the payroll information prior to the payroll being completed. You can see all of the scheduled EDs. You can also see the various tax information that may be necessary to review. Once you've reviewed, click on the Finish line. Once on the Finish screen, we can complete processing the payroll by clicking on Process Payroll. Once the payroll is processed, I can generate and print all of the reports, invoices, and payroll checks that are needed from this payroll. Select Send to Task Queue, and then select the items that I wish to print. I can also update the check stock if I need to. Click on Send and then OK. The information will show as pending on the task queue at the bottom of your screen. You can open up the task queue once it's completed, and then generate and print the information. All of the payroll reports will be listed here. You can either view the reports individually, view the checks individually, or click on Download All Results at the top of the screen to download and print everything in the payroll. Lastly, let's look at the Reports menu. The Reports menu can be accessed from anywhere within the software by clicking on the Reports button in the bottom left-hand corner. Once in the Reports menu, you'll have three options: Defined Reports, Published Reports, and Ad hoc Reports. The Defined Reports are reports that can be run on demand for this company. Select the report and then click on the Configure Report button. Select all of the parameters necessary for this report from each of the available tabs. When completed, click on Run this report. The report will be available under the task queue once it is generated. Click on the arrow to open the task queue and then view the report. Click on the download button at the top of the screen to download the report and print it for your records. The Published Reports section allows you to view reports that were generated as part of your payroll or that were generated for tax purposes. Go to the Published Reports menu and select the report you wish to review, then click on Preview Report. Use the Save button to download and print this report. Ad hoc reports is a simple report writing tool that allows you to gather information from specific areas of the software. Go to the Ad hoc Reports section and select the ad hoc report type that you wish to generate. If you would like, you can edit the report to add additional columns. These additional columns can be added easily by selecting the column type and then adding the field display information that is necessary. Once you've selected all of the options you'd like to see on the report, save the report. Once saved, you can go back to the reports list and generate the report. Select the report, click on Run Report. Select any of the available options, and then click on Run this report. Like defined reports, ad hoc reports will show on the task queue when they are completed.